To become a member of Tribr, you need to have a laptop or a desktop, preferably a laptop with a high-speed internet connection. And it's very important that whatever things you learn, for example, you learn a 3-month course on Python, you need to do some practical projects. You need to also interact with rest of members who have already done this course or might be already doing it along with you. It's very important that you come up as a group, maybe as a 5, 6 or 10 member group, and sit in a classroom and work on these kind of projects, mutually coming up to solve their problems, seeing their problems, sharing my problem with them. This is going to really be like a general assembly model, which is like a very successful model in the United States, where they've set up these kind of community hubs, workstations, to help people learn coding much faster than probably they can do in a college. Tribr aims to drive online learning at campuses and workplaces. We want people to upskill faster, because this is a world where you cannot stay relevant without upskilling faster. We realize that. All our team members are constantly on a mode to find out courses which can really help people to do it faster. We also believe strongly that only through learning we can change our lives. Only through learning we can increase output. Only through learning we can make sure that we are personally, professionally growing. So learning needs to be given more time than what we are allocated right now, because if you look at if you're not spending say like 30% of your time learning, then there is a problem with you. So we believe that every individual, even though they are successful or probably potentially successful or very ambitious, they need to look at least 30% of the time to focus on learning something new. So if you look at campuses and workplaces, there are two different models. I'll explain the workplace model right now, because since we discussed campus model. Workplace model is more of driven by fear. More like, hey, what I will do next time. I've been doing this work for some time, but what is my next step of growth? If a line manager need to drive you to learn, then there is a problem with you. If a line manager will have to tell you, hey, what are you doing right now? I see you doing some course, then we are already solving the problem, right? But most of the time, organizations or workplaces need to drive learning, otherwise this is not going to happen. Learning needs to be driven. That's why we have a structured, very disciplined kind of a model in a school or college, if you look at it. Tribr also believes that a structured, disciplined model is required than a self-paced model, because now online learning is more or less self-paced. We need self-paced, we need a lot of self-drive to do this, but at the same time we also need structure to do it, right? If your line manager comes and tell you that in the next 3 months you need to do this course, complete this course before your next appraisal, then there is a push which you're giving, right? It also helps the team member to allocate their resources, find time for learning. If they don't have time right now, they have to find time, the productive time to focus on that online course, get the best out of it, extract the best out of it. So this will happen only through constant push. It can be a push from your line manager, it can be push from your organization, it can be push from your team members. Because if you don't upskill, there is a gap. So we drive this thing through personal profile building, which is very important, because each of the learners have got a different aptitude and aspirations. It's also very important that workplaces need to make learning as a priority.